Welcome back students to this online learning platform. I hope that you all are fine and safe at your home. Students, in today's video lecture, we are going to continue our lesson from supplementary reader Snapshot. The name of this lesson is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, and the author of this lesson is William Sarah. Okay, so let's continue this lesson, and first of all we will see the recap of this lesson, that what did we discuss in the last video lecture. Students, up to last video lecture we discussed about this lesson that Morad and Arab, these two cousins are there, and these two cousins are very well known for their great virtue, great quality of honesty. And not only these two cousins, but the family members are also very well known, very famous for this quality of honesty. Both the brothers, these two cousins, have the passion of riding the horse. They like it a lot. Once in an early morning, it so happened that Morad entered the house where Adam was there. Adam was sleeping, and Morad woke him up and he showed him a horse, a beautiful white horse. Adam, once upon a time, actually he could not believe that they can have this horse, and especially this beautiful white horse, because it is that much costly, and he was aware about that thing that they cannot afford. They are not able to purchase the horse, and that's why he doubted. He thought that how is this possible that we can have this white horse, this beautiful white horse. He thought that whether he's sleeping, he's dreaming something, but when he observed the lightning, the sunlight of the dawn, the early morning, he could realize that actually it is not the dream, that's reality. And Morad told Aram that now it's not the time to think anything. Aram is trying to ask something about the horse, but Morad denied. He refused, and he said that right now, before the people can come to know about this horse, we should enjoy the riding of this beautiful white horse. And Adam thinks that we are very well known for our honesty, so it is possibility that Morad did not actually steal the horse. It is possibility that he got the horse with someone for some days. He thought something like this. He doubted first, but he denies his heart. He makes argument with mind that actually it is not possible that it is the horse we got by stealing. Actually, Morad is the fellow very well known in the family. He was considered as the craziest member in the family, and Adam also knew that. The another character was introduced in the last video lecture. The character was Uncle Khosrow. About Uncle Khosrow also we discussed his craziness and this special short-tempered nature. Uncle Khosrow was having that short-tempered nature that he was becoming angry very earlier in a very short period of time. He had not that quality of patience. So up to that point we discussed in last video lecture, and now we are going to proceed further. Students, suppose you find any kind of difficulty, any doubt, you are free to ask me anything, but get it well and understand well. Okay, so let's proceed further. You may keep your textbook with you. That was all. No matter what anybody happened to be talking about. About Uncle Khosrow, it is discussed. Once, it was his own son Eric running 8 blocks to the barber's shop where his father was having his mustache trimmed to tell him their house was on fire. This man, Khosrow, sat up in the chair and roared, "It is no harm. Pay no attention to it," the barber said. "But the boy says your house is on fire." See the nature of Uncle Khosrow, that kind of nature he has, that once upon a time it so happened that the house of Uncle Khosrow was burning. There was fire, and the son of Uncle Khosrow ran away from the place and at the barber's shop where actually Uncle Khosrow was doing and having the trimmed mustache. And Uncle Khosrow roared. It means he became angry that why did this fellow come to me? Why did my son come here to me? Actually, he informed him that actually the house is burning, there is fire. But he did not pay any kind of attention to these words. He became angry. He roared and told him that pay no attention to it, there is no harm. Here the meaning of this incident that about the strange nature of Uncle Khosrow. See, the barber said, "But the boy says your house is on fire, your house is burning, there is a fire." But then also Uncle Khosrow did not pay any attention towards it. This is the strange quality of his nature. So Khosrow roared, "Enough, it's no harm, I say." My cousin Morad was considered the natural descendant of these men. Although Morad's father was Zorab, who was practical and nothing else. Actually, here the comparison has been made of the nature of Uncle Khosrow and the nature of Morad. That Morad also has this kind of crazy nature. That's why here the comparison has been made. The another character here has been introduced, that is the father of Morad. What is the name of the father of Morad? Zorab, who was practical and nothing else. That's how it was in our tribe. A man could be the father of his son's flesh, but that did not mean that he was also the father of his spirit. Here we can find the contrast of the nature. That here we can find the difference between the nature of the father and the nature of the son. Why? Because Morad can be considered as the craziest member in the family, and actually Morad's father was not that much crazy fellow. That's why we can find here the paradox, the contrast among the nature, the behavior. Next, the distribution of the various kinds of spirit of our tribe had been from the beginning capricious and vagrant. Virod and my cousin Morad sang. For all anybody knew, we were still in the old country where, at least according to some of our neighbors, we belonged. We let the horse run as long as it felt like running. See what is said here? Virod and my cousin Morad sang. He was singing the song. It means here it is the kind of quality that he is not worried about the people, that what they will think. He is not even worried about family, that whether they will come to know about this thing, what will be happen. He is tensionless. He is not scared about anything. For all anybody knew, we were still in the old country where, at least according to some of our neighbors, we belonged. We let the horse run as long as it felt like running, because they didn't wish that the neighbors, the people, the family members, they can know this thing about this riding, and that's why they wanted to come back to the place earlier. And that's why they were riding in such a way that it seems like running. They were not riding, it seems that the horse was running in the kind of speed speed because they want to reach very early. That's why. Okay students, from this passage we can have some new words. Let's see these words. The first one is capricious. It means inconsistent change of mood. The short-tempered nature, and this word specially used for the fellow Uncle Khosrow, and also we can label this word for Morat. Vagrant means a person without a settled home or work. Next, let's continue the lesson. At last, my cousin Morat said, "Get down. I want to ride alone." See now the new term. Actually, Morat said to Aram, he told him that now I want to ride alone. I don't require you with me. Rather, I don't want to carry you with me because I want to ride alone. Will you let me ride alone? I asked. That is up to the horse, my cousin said. Get down. Here he also asked that will you ride me alone? Then he said it is up to the horse. You cannot decide this and get down. The horse will let me ride. I said. Here I means Aram. I said means Aram said. Because Aram also wanted to have the riding alone, individually, not together with Morat. He wanted to enjoy this riding only, alone, so that he can have better enjoyment, better pleasantment. That's why. We shall see. The horse will let me ride, I said. Shall see. He said, don't forget that I have a way with a horse. Well, I said, any way you have with a horse, I have also. Morat said that anyway I have this horse because he kept the horse with him. That's why he is emphasizing that I have this horse. And Aram said that if you have, then I also have this horse. Because he wanted to enjoy this riding alone. That's why he emphasizes this thing in such a way. Next, for the sake of your safety, he said, let's hope so. Get down. Because Morat knows riding well, but right now Aram is not that much aware of riding. He even doesn't know it well. That's why he says that for the sake of your safety, get down. Alright, I said, but remember, you have got to let me try to ride alone. If you are not allowing me to ride it very long alone, but at least you have to try, you have to make me try, because I want to also try the riding alone. That's why. I got down and my cousin Morat kicked his heels into the horse and shouted, "Wizard, run!" The horse stood on its hind legs, snorted, and burst into a fury of speed. That was the loveliest thing I had ever. My cousin Morat raced the horse across a field of dry grass to an irrigation ditch, crossed the ditch on the horse, and 5 minutes later returned, dripping wet. Now it is about the journey of riding the horse alone. Here Aram is not there on the horse, only Morat is there. He is riding the horse, he is getting the pleasure of riding the horse alone, and in such a way he got the pleasure. And when Aram sees this, Aram observes these things, he feels that that is such an amazing thing I could ever see in my life. It means now here the desire of riding horse alone becomes more stronger enough. Students, here also we can find some new words. Vezai, that is the name of horse, easily can be understood. Fury means anger. Next, the sun was coming up. Now it's my turn to ride, I said. The sun was coming up. Now it's my turn to ride, I said, because now I want to ride. You rode first, Morad rode first, and now it's turn to Adam because he also wants to do the same. My cousin Morad got off the horse. Ride, he said. I leaped the back of the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. It means the imagination was that much pleasant. It was wonderful riding horse alone. But when we come back to the reality, actually we can feel that it is not that much pleasant or it is not that much easy to ride the horse alone because it requires efforts, it requires practice, it requires skill. And right now Adam is not trained rider. He needs to learn riding first and then only he can do it in the best way. He knows but little bit, and that's why it is said here that awful fear imaginable. He could feel that fear. Let's see further. The horse did not move. Horse is not responding even. When he wants to ride the horse, he is not responding anything. Kick into his muscles, my cousin Morad said that if you are going to sit only, then nothing is going to be happened. You have to kick also. That Morad said. Kick into his muscles, my cousin Morad said. What are you waiting for? We have got to take him back before everybody in the world is up and about. I kicked into the muscles of the horse. Once again, it reared and snorted. Now again, of course, the fear was also there and still there is effort and he needs to do the same, and that's why he kicked on the muscles of the horse because he also wants to taste this feeling of riding the horse. That's why. Next, then it began to run. I didn't know what to do. Now, for the very first time, he is riding the horse. So, when Morad told to kick the horse, that's why he kicked on the muscles. And also horse began to run. But now, what will be there the next? He doesn't know anything. He has no idea. I didn't know what to do. Instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch, the horse ran down the road to the vineyard of D. Crane Halabian, where it began to leap over Venice. The horse leaped over 7 vines before I feel. Then it continued running. Actually, when he wanted to lead the horse where actually he wanted to go, horse did not go at that place. Instead of running at the place where he laid, the horse was running somewhere else. And what is that place? See, it is mentioned here that horse ran down to the road to the vineyard of D. Crane Halabian, where it began to leap over Venice. Now, students, this is the point when something twist will be there. Something change will arrive in the story. The horse leaped over 7 vines before I feel. Then it continued running. It means this statement indicates that horse is not under the control of Adam. He was running away, continuously running without any kind of break, and even it was not under the control of Adam. Let's see the next. My cousin Morad came running down the road because he could know that actually horse was not going through the fields but was going through the road. I'm not worried about you, he shouted. We have got to get that horse. You go this way and I will go this way. If you come upon him, be kindly. I'll be near. I'm not that much worried about you because I'm worried about the horse more. Because he knows this reality, that what is the truth about this horse. It was not purchased, but something else was there. What is that? We'll come to know now. We have got to get that horse. You go this way and I will go this way. If you come upon him, be kindly. I'll be near. You can't go like this. If you want to ride the horse, then I should be near to you. You can't go in such a way very far away from me. Because the truth behind this horse is something different. What is that? Let's see. Before that, we see this new words from this passage. The first one is rear. It means raised. The second one is snorted. It means breathe out. Okay, so students, the further story we will discuss in the next video lecture. Your today's homework is you have to write down the new words with their meanings 2 times that given in this video that we discussed today. This portion of new words you have to write down. And also another homework is that you have to complete the reading portion of the story so that you can understand the lesson in a better way. Students, I can understand that we are not meeting regularly, but in this way, in this online platform, we are meeting regularly. So you have to do your work in the best way and you have to remove your laziness also. Suppose you have any kind of difficulty, I will always be there for you to explain you and to support you. My point is that you have to study in the best way. Okay students, thank you. Have a nice day.